one verse from the book of Revelation before we go into the Word of God this morning. In the Bible it says, here is wisdom. And when God said, here is wisdom, we must know one thing, that there are 9 gifts of the Spirit, 9 fruits of the Spirit, but in the gifts of the Spirit you will find that God says, I give you a word of my wisdom. Here he says, I give you wisdom. Here is wisdom, verse 18. Now what is wisdom? He says, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beasts, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. In other words, God is warning us of a time when there will come a man into the world whose name we will call the one world ruler. He will make a mark come into the world, and that mark is 666. The earlier verse tells you, no man can buy or sell unless he has the number 666. So God is warning you beforehand, don't take the number 666 at any cost. Because if you take that number, you will drink of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. I like this chapter very much because in Revelation 13, it introduces to you the one world ruler. And that one world ruler is a beast who rises up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. There is 7 kingdoms that have ruled over this earth from day one, from Assyria to Egypt to Persia to Greece to Rome and even to the kingdom that we are living in at this moment. As we look at these kingdoms, we must know it says that at the same time I beheld another beast, verse 11, coming up out of the earth. I like the way God puts it. One beast comes out of the sea, the other beast comes out of the earth. And why are these 2 beasts different? It says that this beast, he speaks like a lamb, but he casts and spake as a dragon. So this is a deadly beast, this false prophet. What does he do? He advances the kingdom of the one world ruler, or some people call the Antichrist. And God is warning us before that by telling us that we need to belong to a church. That's why the book of Revelation begins with the message to the 7 churches. And you and I have got to be thankful that God has given us a church, and we must learn to be faithful to that church. Many come here and many go. It is sad to see them go because I know they will not get the blessing they get here. And I want to praise and thank God for every one of you that are here and will continue to be here in the days to come. For the days before us are evil, and iniquity is rising, even as the love of many is waxing cold. All I can do is to encourage you this morning, even as you have come, getting up early in the morning, to come here on time for the 6:30 service, to decide that you will first of all rise. You will get up and you will say, God, I want to do something for a God who has done so much for me, more than I have ever done for him. So therefore this morning, I encourage every one of you, whatever your name, your caste or creed may be, put that aside and say, God, I'm going to rise for you. I'm going to rise like an eagle. An eagle, as you know, mounts up. It doesn't fly. We are also supposed to call to mount up over every storm and every trial that comes. An eagle mounts up and he soars into the heavenlies. So therefore this morning, I know you have to go to work this day, so I won't keep you long because we walk into communion, and I want you to know that as we come to understand all that God has said, because when this mark comes, it applies to all rich and poor, free and bond, and no one can escape this mark. But if you have the grace with the knowledge that God gives you, you will not take the mark. Then you will say, what will happen to me, Pastor? You will die. But you will die as a tribulation master. And God will come in the middle of the tribulation of 7 years to take you up and go with Him. God bless you and make you a blessing going somewhere to some place wherever God has called you.